Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Around the Fire. Today, I want to talk to you about AK handguards. If you follow, well, anything going on lately, obviously, there's been a war with Russia and Ukraine going on for, 6 months now, or more. And if you're an AK guy, and if you follow this channel at all, that there's some pretty cool products that come out of Russia and the Ukraine. Ukraine being like the KRIP products, or KRIP, KIP, well, it's Crook. It's pronounced Crook, but it's the KPYK, I think is how it was spelled, and it means bird in Ukrainian. Their products, obviously aren't being shipped because they were stationed in Kyiv, and obviously Kyiv is in the middle of a war zone. Same with Russia, obviously all the embargoes and things like that. We're not getting anything from them right now, as we probably shouldn't because Russia is misbehaving themselves. So that's going to be all your Zeneco furniture. And there's one other company. I've never had any of their stuff. Somebody sound off in the comments below, but that's the one other company. Grand Thumb did a video, and they had a Sure Shot. I think it's Sure Shot. But yeah, and then there's a few other companies like Military Equipment, ME, a few others that just made all the cool AK adapters, accessories, stock parts, handguards, etc. But in this video, we're going to try and sort of focus on handguards and what's been going on. Well, there were some American-made ones that were good, weren't so good, whatever. Midwest Industries has always made some pretty solid ones, but my problem with Midwest Industries ones is Midwest Industries doesn't give anybody the super long boys like they want, right? Well, at least like I want. This one here is actually AIM Sports. Now, if you've heard of AIM Sports before, they're not necessarily known for good stuff. It's another one like Leapers UTG. Now, I will say Leapers UTG over the years with their like Pro line and stuff like that has really stepped up. But this product here, back in the day, I probably would have stayed away from, especially years and years ago when it like first launched. Now, I will say I feel like there's been a lot of improvements made to it, because I've had no issues with it. It installed easily. It seems like a secure piece. It is lighter weight material, so it's not going to be as like rugged as some. This particular AK didn't fit perfectly. This is a 103. And you can see we had to cut and notch the front end. No big deal. Sometimes you got to do that sort of stuff with AKs. There's no mil spec. But I will say, like, honest review for you guys out there. This is an American-made product right now that's available that looks really good and does this job. Now, how does this one work? It has a retaining block, like many of them do, that goes back inside the receiver. There's a bolt that threads into that's going to expand that retaining block and give it a good solid lockup. So that's all good so far, and all that's made out of aluminum. There's that block then connects into the base of the handguard with 3 bolts. And again, Loctiting that all up, not over torquing at all because it's aluminum and stuff like that. Steel screws, aluminum. If you've been down this road before, you just got to be careful. No big deal. Everything works right there. Now, somewhere you can kind of screw up on this, but it's not going to screw you up too bad, okay, is this section moving forward here. Now, you see on this particular AK, again, the 103, we actually had to resize this. So we drilled new holes, and it's locked in there. Now, they give you a hole, if you see there, that gives you some adjustment for up and down. Now, I wish that they didn't have to do that. I understand why they have to do that, because this is intended to fit very universally. And what that will do is give you the ability to kind of cant the rail, if we're looking at it this way, sort of cant the rail up and down a little bit from the base to get it perfectly straight and flush going all the way along. Now, as long as you tighten that down and Loctite that down, you shouldn't have any issues. But being that it is just an open gap in space, that if it ever took like a good knock, you could sort of go and change around like your zeros and stuff like that on your lasers, flashlights, etc., accessories on your handguard. Does that make it no good? No, it doesn't. I mean, so, this is out there. This is out there right now. It's an American-made product. In store, we've got them for like 75 bucks. I've seen them as, high as 80 some dollars, some places. But very, very affordable American-made product. Now, one other handguard that we were using for a while, was it over a year ago now? UTG had their AK handguards. Now, I loved those handguards. I don't care what anybody says. They had key mod ones, and that was it. They announced at SHOT Show they were going to come out with an M-Lock version. COVID hit. Everything got messed up. They completely discontinued them. I talked to some people there. I sent them a message. I said, hey, guys, are you ever going to bring these back and come out with the next ones? They said no. So I think they really, excuse my French, fucked up on that one, because those were great. Those were lightweight. They held zero. The way that one worked is it was slimmer profiled overall, but it's the same sort of like boxy style as this, whereas Crook has like a slicker, some more cylinder AR style, like roundness to it, and the way it's shaped in between everything. Like, they did a really good job with the Crook ones. I really like those. They're probably like my top favorite one. But the UTG ones were simple like this. It was like, sort of clamshell design again, a top piece and a bottom piece. But the way that one worked is it just sort of clamped onto everything that was there already built around the rifle, and it had like little footprints inside to sit on everything. So it was never going to move. It was super duper solid, but it really required that you had like a pretty well-built rifle. If you didn't have like a well-built rifle and you had some like, sort of crooked gas block and stuff like that, you'd end up having a crooked handguard. So I don't know if they just got too many complaints, because of that, and that's just what was the demise of that. Because there is a lot of junk AKs in the world of AKs, so potato, right? But yeah, so, those are the AIM handguards. I just wanted to talk about that, because we're running out of good stuff right now. You got to get creative. Sometimes you got to use some products that you didn't think you could use before. But so far, I can honestly say we haven't had any troubles with them. They're good, solid pieces. Are they as pretty as some other ones? I don't think so. I like the key mod better. I think the key mod looks better than their M-Lock one. I don't know what it is about it. I just never liked M-Lock. But like, you see how chunky it is on top here? How wide it is? It's okay. It works very well. I'm really not trying to rag on it, but they just could have slimmed that out so much more and stuff like that. I know they were going for like a design aesthetic. You know what I mean? Whoever put this together, but, it is what it is. I just think, if we can, and AK is already a heavy rifle. If we can put cool stuff on it without making it extremely, I guess you understand what I'm saying. Less heavy, the better. The cooler stuff we can put on that's less heavy, the better. All right, guys. That's my 2 cents for today. AIM handguards, you know what I mean? They got big ones, like this guy that we just showed you. They got short ones. They got mid-length ones. They got key mod ones, and they got M-Lock ones. If we can help you out, hit us up. Talk to you soon.